and with her whole community, arrives in Birkenau. She is admitted into the camp. She's not killed. All her family is killed. She then is liberated by the Soviets, I think in January, and she's taken to a hospital. She's cold. She's given a coat. The coat she is given belonged to an SS officer. She feels something hard in the coat. She opens the lining of the coat and she finds an album. An album of photographs taken by SS officers. Ironically, deeply ironically, photos of her own transport. Lily Jacobs finds pictures of her family before they were killed. Have a look at their faces. Again, focus on the individual expressions. How many of these people are looking at the cameraman? Yes, what's that prisoner doing? He's talking to a woman. What's he saying to her? That was absolutely forbidden. The prisoners were not allowed to communicate with the victims when they came off the trains. Maybe this woman is asking, what is this place about? Is the prisoner telling her the truth or not? Probably the prisoner is telling the girl, it's going to be okay, it's going to be fine, you're going to be working. Or is he telling the girl, tell somebody you're a skilled person, and that will save you? Who knows exactly? We'll never know what that conversation was about. Neither of those people survived.
Where they were, the first thing they went through was selection. Who to death and who to death by forced labor. Don't think that the Nazis imagine who's to death and who's to life. It wasn't to life. They sentence you to live until you die from slave labor, from hunger, from disease. So they can use and utilize the force as much as they can, and then they'll be rid of you.
ושוב אותו ניגון ששרת לי פעם שיר ארז.
If you remember the model that we saw this morning in Auschwitz I, this is where the Jews will be led, where they'll take off their clothes and taken into this room over here, thinking that all they're going to receive is a shower. Between 1,200 to 1,500 people, Jews, human beings, will be crammed into the gas chamber. The gas will be thrown in, and within a half an hour, they'll all be dead.
אם הייתי יכול רק לרפא את הגעגוע, הזיכרונות עוד שורפים את המוח.
For years he was just going from farmhouse to farmhouse looking for his sister and eating scraps of food he found in these farmhouses, and one day he was captured by the Germans. But he didn't say he was a Jew, he said he was a Pole and that he was just lost in the forest, and for some reason they believed him. And he was forced to work for them and dig trenches for them while they were fighting against the Russians. But this is when the Germans were beginning to lose the war, and he was captured as a prisoner of war, and he pleaded with the Russians that he was a Jew and that he shouldn't be captured, but they didn't believe him, and they took him into a prisoner of war camp that the Russians were actually running. And he was there for not a very long time because he escaped with his friend. Then he went back to Israel and met my Savta. And today he lives in Israel and the United States. Very happy guy. And it's my bar mitzvah kippah, and it's also his. We had our bar mitzvah together because he wasn't able to have his during the war. So I was 13 and he was 86 at my bar mitzvah day. And today he's 90, and I get to see him in Israel very soon, and I'm really excited.